Class of 2023. At this point in our lives, we are about to receive a lot of advice. As we listen, we may realize that many pieces of wisdom can pull us in opposite directions. Should we always have a fixed direction in life? The author Tolkien reminds us that not all those who wander are lost, but the philosopher Seneca argues the opposite. If one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable. On the topic of consequences, Eleanor Roosevelt tells us, "I am who I am today because of the choices I made yesterday." But we've also been told that we should live for this moment because we might not get tomorrow. That was the esteemed lyricist Pitbull. Considering opposing views is valuable because true wisdom often lies in the synthesis of the two extremes. I'd like to highlight another topic I believe we ought to view in this diametric way, since we typically only hear one side of the story. That topic is critical thinking. All our lives, we've been told we should strive to be critical thinkers. It's an essential skill that enables us to reason analytically and reflect rationally. In the age of AI and the internet, critical thinking equips us to examine the world with clear vision, even as it becomes increasingly clouded by an overabundance of information. Yet, just as our immune system keeps us safe from infection, but causes autoimmune disease when it becomes overactive, critical thinking gives us the healthy skepticism we need to survive in a world filled with negative viral ideas, but can also do us harm when left unchecked. The mental pathways we've trained to critique ideas in our classes and papers can also produce excessive criticism of ourselves and others. The word critical comes from ancient Greek terms that not only mean to discern and investigate, but also to judge, to accuse, and to separate or divide groups of people. Finding the proper balance is challenging, and perhaps it is no surprise that our generation, which has been so thoroughly taught to think critically, is also the one that finds itself in a polarized world, in which our judgments of others are rivaled only by our anxious judgments of ourselves. All that to say, critical thinking is necessary but not sufficient for us to live good and productive lives. I hope that none of us will ever be remembered first and foremost as critical thinkers. Instead, I hope our success will be made possible by our critical thinking, but will be created through our constructive action. In a 2005 commencement speech, Steve Jobs reminded graduates to stay hungry, stay foolish. In a way, this advice is the very antithesis of critical thinking. Hunger drives action, not thought, and to be foolish is to view the world with an utter lack of skepticism. My fellow classmates, as we leave Williams, let us embrace the contradiction that we should be hungry and foolish critical thinkers. Let us think as critically as we should and no more than that. Thank you.